Hey YouTube, we are here at General RV. We drove, what was it, 2 hours in each direction?
Yes, 2 hours.
To see an RV, like the Outlaw, specifically the 38KB. And so we'll probably look at some other ones while we're here too, but like we're gonna go look at the 38KB Outlaw because that's what we really want to look at.
And we've been trying for months to find one to look at, so looking forward to this.
Yeah, I reached out to Thor and I'm like, hey, where are these? I can't find them. And there's like apparently only 3 of them on the East Coast, so we're pretty happy to be able to see this one. So we'll see you. Hey YouTube, so this is basically the motorhome that we want, and we probably walk through at least 200 different motorhomes and RVs and everything, every different combination we went through, and this is basically what we want. This is us. So we only shared a handful of the videos of things that we liked so far, but this is like the one. And we know that it's the one so much that we actually went and bought the Jeep that is going to tow behind this. So like we're already moving toward it. So what makes this one so unique? Like why is this one different? Well, if you look at the back, like that's why. The back is actually a ramp and this is a toy hauler. So basically in the end I'm going to have an office in the back that we could potentially put like an ATV in and a golf cart. It has a 7,000 pound hitch on the back, so it could easily tow the Jeep. We still have to worry about our weights and stuff like the GVWR and the GCWR, but I put it all in Excel and I figured it all out, and the numbers work as long as we're pretty conservative with what we carry, and this is it. So the outside has a full body paint, so it doesn't have decals, you know, so that's good. It's a gasoline coach, so it's a little bit cheaper than a diesel pusher, but the generator is actually up in the front, which is important if you ever use a generator, that it's not sitting like directly under the bed. So I'm going to cut to the chase and go straight to the garage because that's what I care about, and the garage is important to us mostly because it would be an office for me to work from. It has a glass door that you're going to see, so it's actually completely separate from the rest of the coach. We could put an ATV up in here and a golf cart, like a small Cricket one, while we are traveling, and there's a second office in the front. It also has storage in the upper area. It's about 6 foot, approximately 3 inches in height before you get into the loft that you're going to see here, so you could possibly even fit a side-by-side back here, but we would not do a side-by-side now that we know that it's going to be a Jeep and a ATV. And this is an extra bed, but we would put winter coats up here and such, like in duffel bags, like extra things that are light, bulky that we want to keep inside, and maybe some files. There's a king-size bed that tilts on the right. There's actually a washer and dryer hookup right there, and storage for your clothes. There's storage under the bed too. Really nice kitchen, dinette. And like I said, up in front there's another office, so even on the road I could work from there, or Kimberly could work from there. And then there's a couch right there, and the couch perfectly faces a TV, a full-size residential refrigerator, and like the shower is actually pretty spacious, which is good. The other Outlaw that we were in, the shower was a little bit smaller. So basically this unit magically accommodates everything. So switch to camera audio for a few minutes.
So, alrighty, so there's 2 different ways to open this.
Okay.
Works by key, like a power lock would be on a car.
Okay.
But I'm not even going to grab the key. I'm going to pull this.
Okay.
And then it manually unlatches.
All right, awesome.
So either you or me, you can pull, I'll be outside.
All right, cool.
Alright. Give me a minute. It's not going to fall, but I'm going to go back just in case.
Yeah, sure.
Alright, go ahead.
It is.
See the yellow?
Yeah, I did.
If I had the key, then we have to have power.
Yeah.
That one, we have power. But let's say if you didn't have power, or you don't have the key handy, you can do it by pulling that.
Oh, okay.
See, we learned something with putting it down. So this is what makes it mega cool. You can leave it like this, and then you have basically a patio, and we're going to put the patio arms out, or you can push them out of the way and pull the little cables on the side, and this would be how you would get your side-by-sides or ATVs or whatever you want into the garage. And the doors that we opened up are 4-season doors. There's screens on top, and then they have sliding plastic that goes up and down. So you can have it like all just like hard plastic, or you can have it so then the bottom is hard plastic and the top is like a certain amount of screen opening. And we're not gonna like be like messing too much around with these fencing or whatever, patio fencing, I guess. We were just kind of getting a general idea how it works, and it has little snaps and stuff along the bottom, so you can get it snapped down. It becomes a little more secure. And we were just talking about how there's a door there. That didn't really make sense, but there's a door there. But honestly, we'd probably use the other door. But this would be an awesome office because I could have this open, and I could sit in here at my desk, like with a window, or I could sit out there with like a laptop and a small little patio chair, and this would be just like perfect. You know, we could go around the country and hang out in different states and go to different off-road parks and, you know, see different trails and enjoy this. I mean, this is just awesome. Now it is like super long, so there's only certain places, and what I'm showing there is like trying to figure out the width. And I think what I ended up basically deciding is that like when you have it all folded in, you lose about 6 inches on each side of the door, so it's 96 inches wide, minus like 12 inches, which would give you like 84 inches for a door, but the actual like wall to wall is 96. So now we're going to go through the outside and walk around and show you what's on the outside. Now the chassis that this is on is not one of the V chassis, and there is 4 house batteries there. The reason why there are so many house batteries is because it has a residential refrigerator. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to calculate how much energy we need to run the refrigerator, and we're going to add enough solar to the unit, so then like at a minimum, like there would be way more than enough solar and batteries to at least run the refrigerator, even if like we just drove it somewhere and parked it, because I don't want to have to worry about like having to run the generator just to keep the refrigerator going. So that shouldn't be too hard to calculate and figure out. Now there's a front door too. I didn't walk through it in the video yet, but there is, like, as you can see, sufficient storage going all the way around the whole unit. And what I was getting to is, without being on one of those V chassis, you don't really have that many pass-throughs. I think there's one pass-through that we saw, and that's like a propane hookup for a grill, like an outside grill, and that would feed off the regular propane for the house propane. So being a toy hauler, the one additional thing that it has is it has gasoline. Just like when I say gasoline, like it has a gas pump, and you can fill up like your ATV or your Jeep or whatever with a gasoline that's in the gas tank. That's specifically for your toy. Or like what sometimes people do in emergencies is they use this gasoline to fill their generator. Because it probably will reach. I know you do that on Momenums. I didn't really play around with it on the Thor, but typically, like, if you have extra gasoline is always good, unless you just don't want the weight on your vehicle. And this is more storage. There's the electrical, really long hose. Now the one thing that's really nice is all these bays are heated, which means that it's like 4 seasons. So this would be one of the pass-through bays, and with a pass-through bay, basically the upper part of it is pass-through and the lower part of it is not. And as you can see, the bottom part is blocked, but the upper part you can get through. So they have a Nautilus style, it's not the Nautilus, but it's a kind of a Nautilus style water system. Basically there's knobs that control it, and you can see that little hole there in the bottom. That's for the black tank, obviously, and the gray tank dump. And what's so nice about like the slot being there is this is fully winterized in the winter. Basically what I'm saying is the components won't freeze because they're not exposed, because it's all like self-contained. You open that little thing and then poke the thing out, and then like you can dump, and then you put it back together. So here's another pass through, and you can actually see it pass through. I'm not really 100% sure what the little hoops are for, but I'm assuming it's to help you hold long things like ladders or something like that. There is no ladder on the back, obviously, because the back of it is a ramp. So you would have to carry with you a collapsible ladder. And this would be more storage. And lastly, this would be the generator, and the generator's position, like I was saying, is very good. It's like in the upper half of the coach. It's not directly underneath the bedroom. And this would be the last storage bin on the outside. And that little pipe that you see there is basically the exhaust for the generator, so it would be exhausting into the campsite to the left side of the coach. Here's the last bay. It's on the other side actually that we skipped, and it's for the LP in the water. And basically the LP tank doesn't come out, so you'd have to move the coach to fill it up. But in the summertime, you're basically only going to use it for the stove. That's like a lot of LP. In the winter, it's a heat tube. A couple more details. So there's a step in the garage between the main cabin, and it's electronic. There's a switch on the right that you hit, and then that step comes up, and that would give you the last couple inches for storing stuff if you needed every inch to fit your side-by-side in here. And that side goes down also to make it flat. And that thing that's covered up is a stainless workbench, and that little workbench there is meant so if you took your ATV apart and or whatever, and you needed to have a place to work, like this is like basically the generic workbench to work on things. Here's one last look at the inside of the camper, and the bed, like I said, it reclines, and it has full hard doors, so you have not only separation in like your living room and kitchen area, but to the bedroom, and also separation to the office. The colors, they come in all different colors, like different woods and different, you don't have to have black, you can do tan, tur, and stuff. So this is it.
Hey YouTube, so we went and we checked out the Thor motor coach, and we're pretty confident. I think we might have found our final destination, and so I don't know, we're like really impressed with it, and like I don't know, I think we need to do a little bit more research, and then we probably are done searching for like what we want. So we will see you around.